Sharon, what was the issue or gap that your project addressed?
Yeah, it was to get young parents, teenage mothers in particular, back engaged into education, employment or training. We've got very low numbers, or we did have very low numbers in Cornwall, actually able to do that and accessing Care to Learn funding. So that was the ultimate aim of that programme.
And what was your approach?
Well, firstly, it was to find out what the barriers were for young mums to actually get them back engaged. So we consulted with them really widely to find out. And it was things like transport. They wanted a childcare provision on site, didn't want to leave the children. They couldn't afford to access public transport. They were frightened of going to big colleges. A lot of them had a lot of social problems about engaging and meeting new people. So it was really important that we listened to them before we went gung-ho into setting up a project, really.
Why was the project so successful? Can you give us some of the success factors?
The project was so successful because we kept the young mums engaged from the start. We had more than a 90% retention rate on the programme, more than 85% pass rates in the exams. One young mum actually had left the course on a Thursday and had her baby on the Friday and was back in the project on the following Tuesday. She didn't want to miss anything.
What has ESF Convergence funding enabled you to do that you couldn't have done without it?
Well, quite simply, the project wouldn't have happened without the ESF Convergence money, without question of a doubt. It was through applying for equality and diversity freestyle funding that we were able to set this project up.
What would you like to tell the ESF World and Beyond about your project?
I think the reason why the project's been so successful is A, that we listened to our client group before we tried to set the project up to find out what they needed, and B, it was the multi-agency work with, partners. It was a really strong partnership with ESF, with Skills Funding Agency, with Cornwall College, with voluntary sector partners, with Careers South West and Cornwall Council. They were the lead partners on this.
What difference will making the ESF National Champion Award make to you and your organisation?
It will ensure that the work with teenage parents stays high priority, and because we're national award winners, suddenly everyone is recognising the good work that has happened, and more importantly, we need to expand this for young parents, and that's our next steps, hopefully through ESF.